Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you who haven't been here in a while. I haven't been here in a while either. Apologies for that. Life has been crazy the last couple of months, but hopefully get back on a more regular schedule in the next little while I plan for a move and all sorts of other interesting things. Um, this is a two-part series about toxic behaviors in relationships to know if your relationship has become toxic. A toxic relationship is one that is holding one or both parties back and has become unhealthy. Obviously, avoiding toxic relationships is something we should all do, although in our lifetime we'll generally get involved with them. When we mix weakened boundaries along with the nature of how to behave appropriately, and also we mix emotions of wanting someone's approval or their value of us being a defining factor in how we see ourselves, it can become super, super valuable. We're just going to kind of run through a few of these in a two audio set. Again, please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff in between. And if you're looking for contact, you can reach out through the About Me section of this YouTube page or on Twitter at PO Perception. First thing is lack of trust. If you can't trust your own judgment, then picking a partner is probably not something you should be doing. And again, trusting oneself and trusting your partner becomes kind of synonymous with each other in the sense that if you can trust your own judgment, then you can trust that you're picking well for yourself. But if you cannot trust your own judgment, it becomes super hard to trust that the person you've chosen has your best interest at heart. And sometimes having your best interest at heart means that they may need to protect your interest versus, um, you know, what they want or need. And so if they don't know how to do that, or if they're not willing to do that, that is put you before themselves sometimes, but also expect and allow you to do the same. In other words, a good relationship is all about boundaries, and it's all about the reality of kind of moving forward in a manner that can be mutually beneficial. Sometimes the one person will lead, sometimes the other person will lead, but that continuation of leadership in a good way is going to lead the relationship forward. The next is kind of extreme clinginess and or the preponderance of expecting the other person to dominate one's time. Obviously, quality time is important in relationships, and having good communication skills about what quality time looks like for each person and finding compromise so that the relationship doesn't become terribly overwhelming is also super important and extremely valuable. And when one doesn't have that and or doesn't take personal responsibility when they don't have the best of social skills or coping mechanisms, it's important to find the boundary of how to maintain a healthy relationship while still encouraging the growth of individualism and the growth of proper mental and emotional wellness for each individual. Taking responsibility for when the relationship goes off course should fall on both people. It's never 100% someone else's fault. So, the willingness to take responsibility for one's own mistakes or misunderstandings and to not belabor the point. Having an explanation for what you did or why you did it is valuable, but only if you're going to let it go and learn from the behavior. Gaslighting someone into second guessing their own beliefs, or gaslighting someone into believing that they've done something horrible when in reality that isn't the case, can be super toxic for a number of reasons, and not limited to the fact that the gaslighting behavior will only further to alienate the potential of the relationship, because when a person is gaslit, they don't necessarily know if they can trust their own judgment. Thus, the continuation of the relationship on the basis where one party is always afraid that they're not having a clear or conscious experience of the relationship, that is, to have the ability to understand what they're feeling, why they're feeling it, and find resolution is always and often quite damaging. So finding a way to avoid gaslighting behavior, and it can be extremely difficult, especially if one grew up with this behavior and it seems normal to them, is an important part of coming to a healthy space within the relationship. So keep in mind this is a two-part series. If there are other toxic things that you're going through, certainly reach out to a counselor, reach out to a pastor, reach out to a coach, reach out to somebody or a team of people to get the perspective you need to live a healthy life. At the end of the day, the quality of your life is determined by the choices you make. Make powerful decisions to live the life that you want starting today, and hopefully this is helpful. So until next time, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.